I'm Alyssa. I am a mom of 3, and no, I do not have it all figured out, but I have learned a lot along the way, and I'm going to share with you a few productivity tips that have helped me so much. Because when you're trying to juggle working and your family life, it is quite difficult. So let's get into it. These are all very practical. So number 1, we are coming in with our mom to go bag, and I don't know why this took me so long to figure out, 3 kids to figure this one out. But I live in an area where I can't necessarily keep a good stash in my car, because sometimes in summer it gets to be like 100 degrees, things would melt. Winter, below freezing, 0 degrees. So what I have done is I have a bag at my door. It is just filled with everything I could possibly need on any type of outing. This helps a ton to reduce the mom brain, because you know when you're trying to get kids out the door and you need to be somewhere, that added effect of, oh, I gotta pack the diaper bag, it just, you know. So I have this bag ready to go at all times. We obviously have diapers and wipes, right? But we also have change of clothes for every kid. I keep a little snack container with drinks, lots of snacks, coloring books, crayons, little toys that I could pull out. Anything I could possibly need on any type of outing, and I just throw it in the car and I'm good to go. It saves so much mental space, especially when I do like to get out of my house frequently with lots of kids. Next, we're going to talk about laundry. And again, I don't know why this took me so long to realize, but I have stopped folding my kids' laundry, and it has saved so much of my sanity and even their drawer organization. So now when I do laundry, I just sort out their clothes and their little piles, and then I go upstairs into the room and shove it all into their dressers, and it works out so much better, especially with my kids' ages where they like to dress themselves. And with liking to dress themselves, they just pull every piece of clothing item out of the drawer until they figure out what they want to wear. Hence, what is the point of even folding it anymore, because I know it's not going to last very long. So I have eliminated that entire stress, and I just sort the laundry and put it in their drawers and let them be. Obviously, anything that's really nice, which I don't really own anything that's super nice, I will hang in their closet, but majority of their clothes, they wear the heck out of them, so do what you will. Next up, and that kind of goes along with that, but figuring out systems and rhythms in your house that are actually going to work for you. This is important because it will decrease the mental load. We have so much going on. It's quite insane what working mothers have on their plate. And figuring out systems and rhythms that flow through your house will really help with that mental load, because now everything's just not up in your brain. These are things like laundry that I just mentioned. Maybe having a specific day during the week that you do the laundry, or maybe just doing a load every day will help you. Or maybe it's how you run your kitchen and you have a specific day that you need a meal plan. What days chores need to be done. Things like that are in much more of a rhythm. That way it just helps reduce decision fatigue, because you are making so many decisions on a daily basis. Having rhythms in place to keep you moving really help. I will say it takes a little bit to figure out what rhythms work for you, but once you start figuring out, okay, doing a load of laundry every day saves a lot of my sanity, I don't really have to think about when I need to do laundry. Once you start figuring those things out for you, it'll just start flowing. Reducing the decision fatigue. Brings me to number 4, which is shutting down your kitchen every night. I feel like the kitchen is the hot spot of the house. The toy cleanup, I can't keep up with that every night. You know, I try to have my kids do that. That's in another part of the house, but the kitchen. When we all wake up in the morning, the first place I go to is the kitchen. And coming downstairs and having a clean kitchen, it's almost like having a clean slate for the day. So every night, shutting down the kitchen, whether it's you or your husband, whoever, running the dishwasher, making sure everything's cleared off the countertops. For some reason, for us women, I don't know what it is, having things on the countertop that aren't supposed to be there drive us insane, right? So making sure everything's cleared off, because it will help you start your day in such a better mood. And number 5, and that is having your mom uniform, or a default outfit that you can wear on a daily basis. Again, this is about reducing decision fatigue. Having to figure out what to wear every day can be quite daunting, especially I'm in my postpartum period right now. You know, I'm almost 4 months postpartum and nothing fits. Let me tell you, getting dressed in the morning can be awful and so time consuming, but finding pieces of clothing that work for your body, that you actually like, pretty good quality, if you will, and having a few of those pieces so that when you wake up in the morning, you know exactly what you need, what you can wear, and you'll feel good about yourself. A lot of times in the summer for me, it's a pair of really good jean shorts that I know fit well and I like how I look in them, and just a baggy shirt, and I'm good to go. Or it's dresses. It's lately been a lot of dresses in this postpartum period, a lot of flowy ones. So whatever your mom uniform is that's comfortable, you feel good in, bulk up on those items, and that way your mornings are just set to be just so much smoother. Okay, number 6, and that is having a shared family calendar. I keep mine in my kitchen, but having a nice overview of what everyone has going on for the month right there, just, it does something to the brain. It's so visually easy to see how chaotic our life is about to be for that month, or maybe we have a lot of extra time to ourselves during that month. But I highly, highly recommend writing down everybody's doctor's appointments, because you know, when you have kids, they have to go to the doctor all of the time for their checkups, or school events, practices, games, things you have going on, family events. Write it all down on a calendar so that it's very, in hindsight, you could see big picture what you've got going on for the whole month. And then this brings me to number 7, which is having a planner for yourself. Whether you take a physical planner, that's my personal preference, or you like to use one on your phone or laptop, whatever it may be, having a calendar that has all of your life in it is so helpful. I took a time management class one time, and it helped me beyond anything. And that was like one of the biggest points. It was like, don't have a separate calendar for work, separate calendar for your life. And I know you're saying, I just said having a family calendar. That one's a shared one. That's for the whole life, for everyone in your family. But for just you, having a calendar of everything you need to get done for at work, your meeting times, all of that, what you need to do on a daily basis. If that's, you know, you have to write down, you have to do laundry, or you know, you have to pencil in your workouts, whatever, doctor's appointments, whatever it may be, having a calendar so you can basically take everything that's going on in your mind, because I know there's 5,000 things floating on up in here, your gigantic to-do list, putting all of that down somewhere so it's out of your mind, and it almost helps you just feel more relaxed. Like, you don't have to have your head spinning 24/7 if you could just get it all down and out on paper so that you're not forgetting anything. It's just like a ginormous brain dump. It is how I stay organized and on top of things with 3 small kids. Recommend. And so that's very similar to my next point, which is time blocking. And this, again, I don't know why this took me so long to figure out, but time blocking my days are huge, because then I can see, okay, I have a time block in the morning, I know I'm at work from this time to this time, and then I have the evenings. And time blocking your day kind of like that really helps, because it's not rigid and strict. It kind of allows a little bit more flexibility to kind of break up the tasks that I need to do throughout the day. Which brings me to number 9, which is to stop multitasking. I know growing up, all we were ever taught was how great it was to multitask, and it turns out it's not great. So I have been really getting away from multitasking, and whatever task I have at hand is the task I am focusing on. And I have to tell you, this has led to way less mistakes, not just like at work or anything, but like in life in general, you know? And I know sometimes, especially with a lot of kids, you have to multitask, that's fine. But being able to just focus on one task at a time, I'm actually able to get so much more done, and I'm actually more efficient doing it that way than trying to have like 10 different projects going on at the same time and just doing a little bit here and there, rather than just, okay, this is the task at hand, that's what I'm going to be doing right now until completion. My brain's already going so fast, so it helps bring it back down. Now for our last tip, and we can honestly make a whole other video on this because this is extremely difficult, with getting off your phone. And listen, I've tried all of the things, I've watched thousands of videos because it's a true problem. I would say about 99% of people are addicted to their phones. It's just something that happens. The only thing that I have been successful with is bricking my phone. It's like an actual device called a brick, and I can't recommend it enough. We could do a whole video on this, but I have to tell you, getting off my phone has been life-changing. Not just productivity, well yes, productivity and mood, I would say, but I think as a society, or especially mothers, when we have any bit of downtime, right, we're like, oh, we can sit down, we can relax, we don't really have to be doing anything right now. Instead of doing nothing, we're like, oh, I could grab my phone and I can scroll for a little bit. And it's actually not relaxing in any way. It's so overstimulated, and we're already overstimulated because we have 3 kids screaming at us, or however many. So when we have our downtime, we're like, oh, I'll just scroll, and we're getting even more overstimulated, and then we're wondering why, like, I relaxed, but we actually didn't. So that is huge. Trying to overcome phone addiction, which is going to be a battle, but I'm telling you, I have never been more productive and happier in my life. And I hate to say that it took having my 3rd kid to realize how addicted I was to my phone. I never thought I was super addicted or anything, and now ever since I have truly beat phone addiction, I could come out on the other side and be like, who was that girl? Like, all right. So that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. We got to talk it out. I hope you feel a little bit more productive now, and you can take these, run with it, do what you will. But I will see you all in the next one. Bye.